Okay, do you see my my file, Shabab? Do you see my screen?
Yes, project phase 3.
Very good, excellent, yes. So this you have to submit on week 14. You have to submit on week 14 a report which contains, I will explain for you what you have to submit, inshallah. But before that, let me just show you what you have to do. First of all, you have to identify, I'm talking about, for example, the different users that they are going to use your system. For example, for our case, for the common project, we have a system admin. They can be 1, they can be 2, they can be 3, we don't know. We have also club administrators. I think for each club we have a president and we have a secretary. We have a club member and we have guests. Okay, so these are the 4 different users that we are going to have. So I'm just showing like a use case. Okay, those of you from software engineering probably are familiar with use cases. Right? Now the system admin, what is he going to do? So these are the functions of the system admin. Okay, so he has a privilege to add a new club. So he's the one who will add a new club. He will add a new member to a club. He change a member to a president or a secretary of a club. So he can take one of the members and he can convert him to a president or to a secretary. He can compute the number of members in each club, just to see how many members are in a club. He can also compute the number of projects in each club, and he can also do that. So these are the 5 things that he can do. So these are his use cases. Okay, Shabab? Any question here? The second type, yes. So we can have many system administrators. Maybe I can have 2. Maybe I can have 3 in the club. So it's up to you. Maybe you can have only 1. Now the second type of user is club admin. So for each club we have club admin, which is the secretary of the club and what they call the president of the club. What can they do? They can add a new project for that club. They can change the status of project. They can add a member to a project. They can select the leader of a project. They can compute the number of projects in his club. He can approve a member to join his club. So a member will register, then he will get approval from the administrator of that club. Okay? So these are the things that are done by a club admin. Now, what about club members? Any member can browse project information in his club. He can volunteer for a project in his club. He can terminate his club membership if he doesn't want to. He can terminate himself from that. He can add more. I'm just putting 3, but he can add many if you want. What about guests? Anyone else? What can he do? He can just browse the club information. Okay, he can register to join any club. Maybe he can register to join any club. Okay, so that there are the 2 things that he can do. This is a guest. Now all of you must have a login and log out. So what you should do is, this is what you have at the end. Let me just show you a clue of what you will have. Okay, which is okay. So you are going to right now. We are here. We are here. Here, this is what you have to do. You have to write an application. I don't know what kind of a program and language are you going to use. Some of you will use Java, some of you will use Python, some of you will use PHP, some of you will use, I don't know, Visual Basic. It's up to you. You can choose whatever language you want. I don't know what you are going to use for DBMS, but I'm suggesting use MySQL. Okay, MySQL. It's quite easy. There is a lot of help, YouTube videos, and they will tell you exactly how to connect MySQL to Java, how to connect MySQL to Python. And they give you examples, and there are so many YouTube videos that I like MySQL because the help is a lot. So also my previous students, most of them, they use MySQL. Some of them, they use a different database, but most of them, they use the DBMS, which is MySQL. Application, you can use whatever you like. JavaScript, you can use whatever you want. So now what about, now you can use a mobile, or you can just use it in your computer. You don't have to have a mobile. Okay, having things in the mobile is like a bonus. Okay, But what you can do is you are allowed to put all the applications, the DBMS and the database all in one computer, no problem, that's fine, you'll still get full mark. But if you make the application separate machine from the DBMS and the application also, the user also is separate machine, maybe he's using his mobile, all these are bonuses. So you will get an extra point if you do that. Yani. Okay, Shabab. So what do you have to report? What do you have to submit? These are the deliverables. This is what you have to deliver, okay? Now, a PDF report which contains the following. So I want one PDF report, cover page, which contains the title of the project, the group number, whatever your group number is, and the IDs and names and the date of the submission. Yani. All what you submitted in phase number 1 and phase number 2, just copy them and paste them and submit them again. Yani. How you implemented phase number 3. So give me details of how you implemented it, what language you used it, and what other problems you faced and so on. Yani. So all tools and resources that you used for the project, all the problems that you faced in the project, just, you know, just give me information, all the things that you learned from the project. Okay, so give me a small report yani, of what you did. Yani. A table which lists the percentage completion of each required operation. Yani. So how much did phase 1 took you, how much phase 2 took you, how much phase 3 took you? You can give me more explanation in a table. Yani. Also a table of all the extra things that you have done. What are the bonuses? So for the bonus, what have you done? What do you have done extra, except this 17? These are 17, Shabab. If you add 1, 2, 3, 4, if you add this, all these functions, they are 17. And have you done something more? Have you done in mobile? So all of this will give you bonuses. Yani. And also I want a table which lists the task done by each group member. So I want a table in the report which will tell me, okay, this student did this, this student did this and this student did this and this and this. So I want really what everybody did in the project. Yani. I need to know that. Yani. And at the end, I want you to have some suggestions of how to improve the project for the future students. Yani. So this has to be submitted on week 14, Saturday. Then on week 15, which is the next day, Sunday, which is week 15, the next day, Sunday, ala tool, you will have a demo. So you will present me a demo and you will show me all these 17 questions that I asked you. You will show me that you have done them all and properly. So that's what all you have to do for the phase number 3. Any question?
Yes, Doctor. About the demo day.
Yes.
Mr. Muhammad.
Yes.
Isn't it? Can it be delayed to the end of that week, or is it?
We can do that. We can do that. But let's assume it is week 15. For now, I will keep it Sunday. But if we feel that a lot of groups they didn't finish, then maybe we can delay it a little bit. No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
My pleasure. I think a lot of groups already started. MashaAllah. I have seen some groups already and worked in phase number 3. So that's very good. Otherwise, this phase 3 looks easy, but it will take you some time. So make sure that you do it quickly, ya Shabab. Finish it as quick as possible. في الأسبوع هذا والأسبوع الجاي يعني, because with the finals it will be difficult for you to get time because you have so many projects. Some of you probably. يعني. Any other question?
Doctor?
Yes, please.
Adding new members.
Yes.
Would be from only the system admin, or
also no. Very good question. By the way, you can give it also to the club admin, or you can give it to the system admin. The problem is with when we started the project, the only person who is he is in the system is only the system admin. صحيح? Initially, isn't it? After that one, he will start adding club members. Then when a club admin is added, maybe the club admin also can what? He can approve what? He can approve a member to join his club, right?
Yes.
So the member will register. First of all, you are a guest, you will register, isn't it?
Yes.
After you register, he will go and he will approve your registration. You will, you are a member, he will accept you. So this is done by the club admin. But in the beginning, who is going to add the club admin? من اللي حيزوده في البداية؟ The system admin. Is that your question?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Doctor, we could have some clubs without a club admin.
Maybe when the club is new, okay,
Yeah.
we don't have any club admin yet still, Sahih. So at that time, he will add, this system admin will add members to the club, Sahih. And then maybe he will temporarily assign somebody to be the club admin, and that person will start adding people later on after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Now, those of you with private project, this is a common project, but there are others, تقريبا 7 groups where they have their own project, يعني. So those of you, you have to give me use cases just like this one. فهمت علي? So first of all, show me what are the different database users اللي عندكم. Then for each one of them, give me a list of things to do in the database, طبعا. And they have to be 17 of them. Now, this is number 17. Log in and log out, isn't it? Now, to implement login and log out, you have to add 2 tables, Shabab. 2 tables. The first table, it's called user type. So these are extra 2 tables you have to add in your project, okay? It's called user type. User ish, user type. So it can be what? What can be the user type? It can be one of these 4. He can be system admin, he can be club admin, he can be club member, or he can be what? A guest. So these are the 4 different types of users. Yani. So they will be in this. So I will have number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is going to be the ID of user type ID. Then number 1 is admin. Number 2 is club admin. This is system admin maybe. Number 2 is club admin. Number 3 is member, and number 4 is guest. يعني. Even though number 4 is not important يعني. Because he doesn't have to log in يعني. If he doesn't log in, خلاص he's a guest يعني. But if he has to log in, then we have to put him here يعني. But it's fine يعني, because he can register يعني. So number 4. After that, you need another table. سميها user table. This table will have 4 columns or 3 columns. Let's say 4 columns. The first column will be user ID. So any person, he must have a user ID. صحيح? He can be KVPM ID حقته. He can make another user ID for him. It's up to you. يعني. Then what type is he? So user type. User age, user type. Is he admin? Is he system admin? Is he what? So is he number 1? Is he number 2? So you have to put the number here, either number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or number 4. And this is going to be the password. His password.
Doctor, for the password.
Yes.
What is the best way to store a password of a user? Should we encode it in a certain way, or should we make it as a string?
Now, for now, just to make it a string, okay. But the best thing to do is you have to encrypt this table, okay. But we don't need that, and it's not that we don't want that. So we don't want to go that far, okay.
Yes, okay. But I mean, if I were like in the future worked in a company, what is like the best way, or most companies use?
Exactly. Most of the companies, what they do is the password will be encrypted. This will be encrypted.
How?
And normally. The password will be encrypted.
In which way? Using hashing or what?
Yeah, they have encryption functions. So they will just, whatever your password is, they will take it and they will encrypt it using encryption functions. There are many encryption functions. And then what they will store is the output of this. The output of this will be stored here. So that a person, if he looks at this table, he will not understand what the password is. Unless he knows the encryption function. Now, those of you who took security and those of you who took operating system course, maybe you will understand what are the different encryption functions that we use.
We took a little bit of encryption in 253 or 254.
Okay, so yeah, so that's, you already have an idea of how they encrypt. So, but you don't have to use those one for this project, but that's what they normally do. They will encrypt the password. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a very simple what they call protection is just at least encryption يعني, okay, and so on يعني. So for now, don't encrypt. Just all you have to do is just create these two tables and put the passwords as they are here. It doesn't matter يعني. But if you encrypt it and so on, then you will get a bonus, of course. So if you put any extra protection, whatever protection, let me know. Then I will give you extra point for that one. But it's not required يعني, for the project. Is that okay? It's an extra thing. Which,
yes.
Yeah.
I think it is easy. Yes. Just like a function that.
Oh yeah, you can use any functions. Yeah, there are many functions. You can use whatever you want. Or maybe you took some functions في الكورس حقتكم في 253 أخذته.
Yeah, I think we had the one keys, the primary key, and something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just use any one of them. It doesn't have to be very sophisticated one. فهمت علي? And then I will accept it as encryption. يعني. Okay. Yeah. So that's all you have to add now. You have to add these two tables. Then this is going to be handled by this. So the person who's going to log in, he will write his username and his password. Then automatically you go and you get his username حقته, and then you check his password. Is that the correct password? They have to be in the same row طبعا. فهمت علي? Then if it is correct, then you let him in يعني. Then you check what type is he. Is he admin? System admin? Is he? You will know. By what? Because you already have the هنا 1 2 3 موجود هنا صحيح. Now for each one of them you are going to make a screen طبعا صحيح. So if the person is admin تودوه على screen معينة. If the person is user admin تودوه على screen معينة. If he's just a member, you just take him to another screen. So according to what he is, so you will have an if statement يعني. So from his username and his password and his user type, then you will know where to take him, whether to take him here or to take him here and whether to take him here يعني. So this is the simplest way to implement it. So all of this will be done either by JavaScript or what they call, or Visual Basic or PHP or Python, whatever language you like to do. Okay. معناته ايش؟ What you will do is the following. Let me just give me a minute. Okay, let me clean this. So the user, as he comes in, he will find, this is what he will find, a login screen يعني. If he wants to register طبعا في البداية there is nothing. Don't even show him this one. Okay, maybe you will have something called هنا register معي ولا ايه for this, wasn't it? But maybe there are some information about the clubs here that everybody is allowed to see first of all معي ولا ايه? So anybody can see some information which is allowed يعني. But if he wants to log in or register, then we have something هنا نسميها register and or نسميها login مثلا. And then when he presses register, then he will register. And you ask him for information about his name and so on, his ID and so on, for the one who's going to register. Yeah, and he's a club that he likes to choose. So this is for the guest. Yeah. Now for those of you who are already have an account, he will press login, and then he will get this screen. Yeah. As soon as he does that, he will get a screen which has a username and a password. Let him enter his username and his password. Then check what type is he. Is he system admin? Then take him to a screen that is system admin. And there are some functions that system admin will do. So if he's system admin, we'll go here, system admin. If he's club admin, we'll go maybe to another screen. It's up to how you design it. Okay, I think you are better than me, software engineers, on this one, club admin, Club admin, then maybe you will take him to a different screen. So you have an if statement that will take you here or here. If he is a guest, maybe he will go to a different screen to register and so on, for registration and so on. But if he is a club member, he will go maybe to a different screen. And then in each screen, there are functions. So the system administrator functions will be here, club administrator functions will be here, guest functions will be here, and member functions will be here. So this is how you will distribute the screens. So depending on what he is, then if he is system admin, so you will take him to these things to do. This is what he's allowed to do. So you do this one, and the way you design it, it's up to you, the graphical user interface. Am I making sense to you, شباب ولا؟
Yes. طيب دكتور.
Yes, please.
الحين بالنسبة للuser, we made the status, or we made the table of is he logged in or is he an admin and is he like that.
So you want to add status فيها يعني?
Yeah, I mean, isn't it a status, that table? Isn't it called status, or what does it call?
Are you talking about these two tables that you will add?
Yes.
Now this table, this is a user table, and this is this is user type, and this is user table. سموها كده. So every
يعني user type, user status، يعني حل الشيء يعني تقريبا.
اليوزر تايب هي توريك اليوزر هذا هل هو سيستم ادمن؟ لانه حيكون عندي ماني يوزرز. شوف خليني اوريك بطريقه مختلفه شويه.
اي انا بس كنت اقصد انه هل ممكن مثلا نحطها، نسوي يونيون بينها وبين مثلا تيبل ثاني اللي هي مثلا كلوب تايب، لانه كلوب مثلا يكون فيه كذا تايب، مثلا ماثماتيك كلوب، فيزيكس كلوب، فنسوي لهم يونيون.
ممكن تسويها، بس ما تسويها عند اليوزر هناك يعني. فهمت علي؟ يعني لانه always for security reasons as user type والuser they don't combine them مع other tables. فهمت قصدي؟ Yeah. So I prefer if they are separate يعني, so that you can encrypt them maybe later on, maybe you can do whatever you want to. Even the table, the whole table you can encrypt. فهمت علي؟ For security reasons. So in that case, I don't prefer if you just leave it by themselves لحاله. Don't connect them to anyone. معي ولا؟ So for example, a user type عندي two tables كلمتكم عنهم. أنا هعطيكم التيبلات الحين بسوي لكم إياها. سميها user type أول table. فعندك ID للتيبل. اليوزر تايب حيكون عنده يوزر تايب ID سميها user type ID صحيح؟ And the name of the type. That's it. You don't need anything else يعني. Maybe only these two يعني. So these are all 18 at least يعني. And then you have 4 different users for the common project اللي عندنا. البروجكت اللي عندنا there are only 4 types. Number 1 is what? Number 1 is system admin صحيح؟ System. You can put description if you want to, يعني what he does and so on يعني, but you no need يعني. The second one is club admin. Club. The third one is club member. And the last one is, what is it called? This is what happened? Number 3. This is number 3, this is number 4. It doesn't matter as far as it's unique, مش مهم يعني. سميها guest مثلا. خلاص, this is a table, very small table. ما عندهاش إلا هذول. Now you will have another table. الحين كل واحد اللي في النادي he will be in this table. سميها user table هذه. User table. Now this table will have user ID. So everybody will have a user ID. This can be KVPM ID. فهمت علي? And this can be the user type ID. UTID سميها user type ID. Is he admin? Is he guest? Is he صحيح? And then here his password. For example, let's say I have many users. خلينا بنسميها 1 2 3 4 11 and 12. حيكون كيف فيهم ID احتمال كبير هذا. It's up to you what you want to put. So put everybody here يعني. Must be unique طبعا هذا صحيح. لأن this is going to be what? A primary unique حيكون. And so on. After that one, what you will have is what kind of a user this one? Maybe this guy and this guy are user admin, which is what? Which is number 1. معي ولا؟ Number 1 is what? User admin صحيح. Maybe I have 2 user admins, not only 1 يعني. What about this one? This is a club admin يعني صحيح. Are you with me? So club admin is what? Club admin is number 2. I'm just giving you a clue. You don't have to follow what I am saying. You can do your own weightings. Maybe these are all club admins for the secretary والحاجات دي يعني. What about these are just users? Many يعني members عندي مثلا كتار members عندي. Suppose I have عندي 1000 طالب فحيكون 1000 رو هنا يعني. Okay. بعدين and so on يعني. And that's what you have to do يعني. For the guest, okay, maybe يعني you will give him a username and a password and maybe status also. Maybe you have status here. Maybe status. فهمت علي؟ خلاص maybe this is active. خلاص all these are active. maybe this guy which is a new guy now, he is what? He is a new. معناته الحين قدم لي هنا في معي ولا إيه؟ maybe this user هنا maybe
أيوة.
هذا yes maybe this user is خلاص يعني he graduated تقدر تعمل له block خلاص. So automatically he will not be able to log in. معي ولا إيه؟ So it's up to you. أنت وشطارتك بقى. Okay, so this is what you have to do. So you need these two tables. Okay. So these are the things that you have to finish.
طيب في سؤال.
Yes, please.
Yes. الحين احنا قاعدين نخزن integers, strings والاشياء هذه. بس لو عندي مثلا media file, let's say he has a profile picture. I need to store an image. How can I do that?
The best thing to do for now, because عشان ما عندك في حاجة اسمها blob. I don't know what kind of database you are going to use DBMS. في حاجة اسمها blob for MySQL. But there's another way to do it. You can save each file لحاله and you can save the link هناك. شفت اللينك حقته؟ مثلا الإيمج عندها الفايل نيم صحيح؟ So in the table you can put the file name حقته. Okay, the link. Okay?
We should start in another place and take the link.
Exactly. So the link is on the table, but the file is stored somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in the table. يعني. Only the link in the table. So this is the easiest way to do it for now. Okay.
And the other way, what is the name of it? Blob.
The name is called Blob.
And it stores images and audios, or what does it store?
Binary large object اسمها blob. وعندنا كمان clob, which is clob معناتها character large object يعني, but blob maybe is the one you are looking for. So blob is a data type that can store binary data. So image is a binary data طبعا صحيح. Blob if you want to. Okay. So this is in MySQL موجود يعني. You can try it and see. Okay. But blob, it's called blob. B-L-O-B. Okay. It's a data type. Okay. Thank you, Ahmed. Any question? Okay. I will see it later, Ahmed, inshallah. Any question, Shabab? Project. How many of you already started the phase 3, Shabab? Can you raise your hand? How many of you already started phase 3? Oh, mashallah, Muhammad Saleh. Wow, okay. Which group are you, Muhammad Saleh?
24.
24. Muhammad Saad برضو another group. في برضو جروبين ما عارف انتم جروب حقتكم ولا ايش ما ادري المهم. So, do you have are you working on the common project or your own project?
لا دكتور في my own project.
Your own project. Excellent. So, you have to send me the 17 functions اللي كلمتك عنه. Okay, yes. Excellent. Thank you. محمد سعد نفس الشيء ولا؟
لا في الكومن.
في الكومن. Very good. So what are you using for DBMS? MySQL ولا؟
MySQL. We just started a few days ago.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. Very good. So try to get the bonus, Shabab. Okay. Try to get the bonus. So anything extra which is more than this 17, it's considered a bonus. So you can get up to 5 points bonus. لما تعملها في mobile, you get a bonus. Okay, but you can still get full mark without making it in the mobile. You can make it everything in one computer وخلاص يعني. Okay, you will get full mark يعني. But now if you do extra things, لو عملتها في الكلاود مثلا, you get some bonus and so on يعني.
طيب دكتور في سؤال.
Yes.
انا قاعد استخدم فاير بيس يعني الداتابيس.
Yes.
وهم نون اسكوال. وانا اقرا في الدوكيمنت هو كان يشرح عن شغله احنا تونا اخذنا دكتور في الكلاس اللي هو النورماليزيشن للاسكوال. هم عندهم في النون اسكوال هم في النون اسكوال دي نورماليزيشن. هو قاعد يقول لي العكس حرفيا. هو يقول لي سوي ريدندنسي.
لان هذا انت ما قاعد تستخدم relational database الحين. you are using something else. you are using تقريبا most probably you are using document database. فهمتها؟ اللي هو جيسون. هناك ما عندهمش حاجه اسمها normalization، ما عندهمش حاجه اسمها table inside a table. they put everything together مع بعض. so في no SQL databases the model is totally different from the relational database. فهمتها؟ فهذا normalization والحاجات دي كلها تبع relational database هي. But in NoSQL database, they don't like to normalize. They like to denormalize, okay? Because it is much faster. But those databases are good for what? For reading most of the time, not for update a lot. If you have a lot of update, they are not good, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other question, Shabab?
Doctor?
Yes, please.
For the question about the encryption.
Yes.
Isn't there like a protection layer from the server into the database, for example?
In the database itself في حاجة اسمها security بتاعت الداتابيس. فهمت علي؟
Yes.
في حاجة اسمها the DBA can put a lot of what they call privileges and so on. ما تكلمنا عنه لأنه we talk about this one في الداتابيس في advanced database ICS 424. It's a big topic. فهمت علي؟ So the database security and how are the privileges giving and so on. They have, in fact, they have their own extended SQL statement اللي ما أخذناها. فهمت علي؟ For example, I can do the following. For example, I have a number of tables. معي ولا إيه؟ Now I can make you look at only one row or certain column from a certain table. Do you understand? Using my SQL. For the DBMS حتى يساعدني to control the privileges of the users يعني. For example, when I go to, when you go to Blackboard, when you log into Blackboard, what you see is different from what I see. As an instructor, I can see all your grades وكل حاجة حقتكم صحيح. Now from the same table اللي أنا بشوفها كلها أنت ما تشوف منها إلا الرو اللي بيخصك أنت فقط. معي ولا؟
هذه دكتور اب constraints ولا؟
No, it's called privileges. Okay. It's called privileges. فهمتها؟ And so we have not talked about privileges في الكورس هذا أبدا يعني. Okay.
بس أقصد يعني نفس الشيء حق البلاك بورد إنك تقسم اليوزرز ممكن تسويها في الآب مثلا إنك you fetch all the data or you take the snapshot of all the data then if statements for instructor, if statement for the user.
Yeah, definitely. There are things you can do في الهناي. Things you can do in the DBMS itself and things that you can do في الapplication. معي ولا؟ I will tell you one thing يعني you have to choose what you want يعني for the following reason. شوف. Now let's assume I have a database هنا. So the database is somewhere here. I have a number of tables عندك هنا. معي ولا؟ تيبلات عندك هنا. Now we have a DBMS. This is a DBMS. So the DBMS, which is like MySQL, he is controlling the database. مش حيفوتك على database إلا بطريقة لازم. فهمت علي؟ Now I can have many applications. Not only one application هنا يعني. So I can have application will do something, another application which will do something, another application. You don't have to have one application. احنا في البروجكت قاعد نتكلم عن one application, but we can have many applications يعني. In fact, this application can be written in Java, maybe this is written in Python. But all of these applications, they are accessing what? The same database. معي ولا؟ Now, I can put the security هنا. In this case, this will be for all of them. But if I put the security هنا, خلاص, this is not part of it. So the people who is going to use this, those who are going to log in into this application, then automatically they will have the security in here and in here. Those who are going to log in here, they will have application here and here. صحيح؟ معناته anything that you put here will be seen by all of them, by all the applications which are using the same DBMS. معي ولا؟ But if you put it only in a particular application, حيكون particular application وخلاص. An example مثلا الحين شوف البنك الحين شفت البنك مثلا في البنوك في application خاص للمانجرز. في application خاص للتيلرز those who يعني هو interact مع الكاستمر نسميهم tailors نسميهم tailors يعني. So maybe this is written in Java, maybe this is written يعني صحيح, but all of them they access the same database معي ولا إيه؟ So if you put constraints هنا or privileges هنا, then automatically this will only be for these guys which are here, not for these guys which are here يعني. But if you put the privilege here, then it can be what it can be. You can control all of them and from here because this is like a center. Like everybody is passing through here. Okay. Does that answer your question a little bit?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. So you're right. I can put the constraints, privileges here. I can put privileges here. And بقولها if statement هي أصلا يعني. So you will take the user and you will take his, then you identify what kind of a user is he, and then automatically you can put a lot of if statements هنا يعني, and so on يعني. In fact, when you take him to his own screen, somehow you are limiting him يعني. تقول له خلاص هذه الحاجات اللي تقدر تسويها ومع السلامة. So you will just take these guys into a particular شاشة معينة فيها functions معينة. Then that's all he can do. So this is in a way it's kind of what? It's kind of a security in a way يعني. Okay, any other question, Shabab?
Doctor?
Yes, please.
Can you add it easily, the privileged?
Oh yeah, you can do that one. Privilege, you can do that one. You need a DBA account, فهمت علي? Because privileges are only لو عايز تعمل privileges هنا, the only person who can do it is the DBA, database administrator. معي ولا إيه؟
Yes.
So you have to have that privilege يعني أول أنت. So you have to log in as a DBA. Then you can do that.
Okay.
لأنه اللي عندك
like a small tutorial, like is there like a small tutorial like a W3 School or something like that?
For the DBA, yes, yeah, there are a lot of the SQL اللي أخذناه إحنا تقريبا it's mainly for developers. ما أخذنا SQL بالنسبة للDBS معي ولا إيه؟ For example, creating indexes مثلا, giving privileges or revoking privileges. الحاجات دي كلها, okay, putting مثلا a table in a particular disk, or putting a table like a hash table, or putting a table like a B+3 table. الحاجات دي كلها it's done by the DBA معي ولا إيه؟ Normally we take this one in ICS 424 زمان, الحين ما أعرف ICS 424 موجود أو مش موجود ما أدري. فهمت علي؟ But not in ICS 324. In ICS 324 mainly we concentrate on application development. فهمت؟
Okay.
Not the DBA job يعني. Yeah. Okay. So but the problem is the time that you have is very very short. فهمت علي؟ ما الحين week إحنا كم الحين في week كم الحين إحنا في week 11 الحين هنا؟
12.
Oh, week 12 كمان. ما باقي لكم شيء ترى. So I think I advise you just to stick to the requirements I gave you. بعد ما تخلصوا, if you want to work on the bonus and you want to do something, then you can ask me, inshallah, I will guide you. Okay, Shabab? But you have very, very small amount of time. Very, very small amount of time. Believe me, this will take a lot of time. Even though you know Java very well, كل تقريبا حيكون بالجافا أو PHP أو Python حيكون إن شاء الله. But they take time مهما كان. Programming is tricky, you know that. So, yeah. Sometimes you think this program I can finish it quickly, but you find out that it will take you some time. يعني. Okay, so please start it. يعني. You already يعني, work very hard on this one because this is not just a job of 1 or 2 days. هذا حياخد وقت. Okay. Any other question يا شباب?
Doctor?
Yes, please.
This project,
yes.
For those students who were before us, the previous yes. semester, did they did the same project or different?
تقريبا في project كمان كان أصعب منه يعني. فهمت علي؟ تقريبا يعني they are the similar يعني تقريبا يعني, بس في project كانت شوية أصعب منها, بتاعت كأس العالم كانت صعبة شوية. السمستر اللي فات اللي أعطيتهم إياها. This is a project بتاعت السمستر اللي فات. خلي أوريكم إياها.
Hello, doctor.
Yes, please.
Do we need to show the database tables to the system admin and the club member just to see what data it holds, or there's no need?
No. They are totally hidden from them. They will not see it all. Yeah.
Okay.
All they will see is what the application shows them. Huh?
Only the requirements we have to implement.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me show you what was the project for last semester. And this was okay, work teaching. This is 324 192 project. Okay, this was a project for last semester. It was about KPPM soccer tournament database system. So they have to do this. So, okay. So they have to do, these are the functions they did, yani, okay? Log in and log out, add a new match, add a goal of each team in a match, assign player a yellow card, change the field of a match, list the goals scored, goals received, points, rank of each team, list each player who scored more than 2 goals, list the dates, the field and the teams of each match, list the players of a given team who played in a given match, list the match referred by a given referee, and so on, يعني, فهمت علي? So who was the best player and who was the one who scored the most and so on, يعني. So this is the things that they did last semester. And it is a little bit difficult compared to this, but the good thing about this one is I gave them more time, يعني تقريبا 1 week more, 1 week عندهم كان أسبوع زيادة منكم انتم. The reason is because they didn't delay the submission بتاعت phase 2. They submitted on time.
Okay, Doctor.
Yes.
The reason that I said that this because the student affairs right now do not have like a system.
The students who?
Student affairs.
The student,
who manage all the clubs. Yeah, the student affairs in KPPM.
They don't have clubs?
They have the clubs, but they do not have a system like this.
Okay. So maybe they can. If some of you, they can really take this project and give it to them after you finish it completely, and it will be fantastic. Nobody has done this project.
Actually, they're working with a company.
Yeah, he can do that for them.
The system, and they said, I don't know about 50,000, or something like that.
It's a good opportunity. I have seen a lot of crappy companies, and they do a very bad database design, and they sell it and so on.
Exactly. This is what I said. I mean,
exactly.
Here, maybe there will be a project that is really good to transfer into the reality.
By the way, you have all the tools. الحين انتم عندكم database knowledge. Those of you who maybe you lack a little bit of security فقط for now, يعني, but this club is the security is not that important, يعني. And you have software engineers, especially, you have a lot of course. يعني. I will tell you have enough information now to make a very good what they call application. يعني. I was looking at a lot of applications. شوف الحين الجازبل. Is it called جازبل والحاجات دي؟ حتى الهانجر ستيشن والحاجات دي في البدايه ما كانش يعني الدرجات يعني فهمت علي؟ جازبل is called جازبل والحاجات دي. I was trying to ask for a gas. Yes. This maybe الحين سلعوها بس في البدايه كانت يعني something which is not good يعني فهمت علي؟ But you know each time they make it better and they make money and they hire good people from KPPM and they do it for them. معي ولا you can do it يا شباب, believe me. يعني this is you have no. I will tell you one thing. يعني you have after you graduate you have 2 choices. One choice is to be an employer. Another choice is to be an employee. معي ولا And I prefer if you become employers يا شباب. Okay. All you have to do is make sure that you sit down with yourselves as a student. You have all the ingredients يا شباب and say what can we do which is not in the market or which product is very bad. How can we improve it? You can do that. فهمت علي? And then you can make what? You can make a very good project, what they call a very good application, and you can sell it. يعني. For example, is Uber too expensive ولا لا? Uber بتاعت التكاسي هذا.
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah. Why don't you make an Uber yourself يعني? Software which will like Uber. Why not يعني? Okay. What about hunger station? Is that the only one? طلبات وhunger station والحاجات دي بعد. So you can also add something else يعني. فهمت علي? In fact, one of the projects that I was suggesting to my students was, I think, I forgot what it was. يعني, you can come, believe me, sit down, أصحاب مع بعض into and try to find out what you can do. And technically, you have nothing يعني هنا. Technically, أنتوا جاهزين خالص يعني. There are things you don't know, you can learn them very quickly يعني. You have no excuse not to do your own, not to start your own company. You can start your own company. Okay, to be an employer is better than to be an employee يا شباب. Okay, so get out of this mentality أنا هشتغل مع أرامكو وأنا هشتغل مع سابق no, try to think like an employer. Oh, I'm going to do this myself. In fact, I have so many students who graduate from KFUP and they have their own company. Many of them, yeah. And they are not good students, يا شباب. They are not 4-point students, I mean. No, they are good students, but not 4-point students. In fact, I have never seen a 4-point student with his own company. Most of the students who start their company, they are around 2-point something. In fact, I have one student here, I wish I can have it. He still didn't graduate because he has so many projects مع Aramco, مع هنا, and he's still a student here, and his GPA is not that high, and you don't need a high GPA. All you need is just courage. شجاعة لأنه this is very risky طبعا. So you have to take a risk. You have to be risk taker Otherwise هتتوظف and that's the minimum that you can be. Okay. So this course plus a lot of other courses, they really can make you an employer, not an employee. And try to be an employer, شباب. Okay. Any question regarding the project, شباب? Okay, so I wish you all the best, inshallah. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, you can email me, okay, or we can meet anytime you like and so on. So تقريبا we are done with labs تقريبا, okay? So from now onwards, it's going to be just to meet you individual groups if they want me to meet, okay? That's it But هذا اللاب اليوم آخر لابنا تقريبا Is that okay شباب? Okay. You don't need me anymore. You don't need me anymore. خلاص after now, you know all that you need to know Okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you
so much. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيكم. Okay. السلام عليكم. Okay. Thank
الله
you.
يعطيك العافية دكتور.
بارك الله فيكم. موفقين إن شاء الله. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
السلام عليكم.